Welcome everyone to another video, and in this video I will show you a little walkthrough through my track, which is called XSYST Someday. It's the experimental track which I talked about earlier. Yeah, it's a techno track, it's a hard techno track, and I want to show you exactly what my thought process was behind this. So let's start. So what I did is I studied this genre a bit, and yeah, the things that popped up in my mind was that it's very minimalistic, it's raw, it's dark, yeah, like the old days. It's just very in your face. But also what I heard is that it can be melodic as well, but yeah, in a very raw manner, like a very atmospheric manner. And because I like atmospheres and melodies, I wanted to try this out, do it in my own style. So how I started out was, yeah, by using a sketch that I already had, because I have a lot of hard style sketches already. And yeah, in this case, it's very easy to translate this to hard techno, because yeah, the kind of structure is the same. I had like a darker, atmospheric sounding sketch. I thought like this is perfect for hard techno, for my hard techno track. So that's how I started, and most of the time I start out with a melody, and in this case I started out with a chord progression. So that sounds like this. It needs to have a function, that's it, and that's what I like. And in this case I made this melody. Okay, so that's how I started out, and then I was like, okay, just make like a loop of this, find the right kick. I also made this kick back by listening to a lot of hard techno, so I came up with this kick. And you can hear this kick is very, yeah, it's just very deep, and it's also like almost atonal, because of the reverb that's on it. So I want to let you listen to the first thing that I came up with, and that sounds like this. So yeah, of course it sounds very like still a bit empty, you know. It misses some high frequencies, and yeah, kind of a bit of roughness as well. Because I listened to a lot of hard techno, I also noticed that sometimes in the more melodic kind of hard techno, they use this reese bass. And I already made this kind of reese bass with my preset pack. Yeah, what I did is put this underneath this melody. So that sounds already way more menacing. So another thing that hard techno of course is known for, and techno in general, is the percussion. And yeah, what I did with the percussion is stay minimalistic as well. You have a lot of patterns, but you use the same kind of sounds in a lot of times. And yeah, I think it's also something that people in hardstyle could use more of. And yeah, it adds way more dimension to your track. So in this case the percussion sounds like this. So by adding more and more of these percussion elements, yeah, you create more depth and more movement in your track, which is very nice, of course. And another thing is, yeah, the vocal, of course. And yeah, I also really like to put the right vocals in my track.
I just hope that someday someone would love me.
So the thing that I did here is that I found this vocal, but with another voice. So what I did is that I used AI, yeah, to change the voice to another female voice. And that way you have, you can write your own lyrics with this, yeah, vocal.
I used to think forgiveness was the answer, but now I just want them to feel what I feel.
You know, now we have a track which has a very strong theme, and it fits very much into this this melody, this atmospheric darker, melancholic, dramatic vibe. So that's why I also chose this. So cool, that's nice for the break. So, you know, at that time I didn't have the rest already. I just had these vocals, these loops, kicks, nice. You know, and that's when you start out with branching out your track. You know, this track needs to evolve and to become bigger. So what I already decided is the optimal, kind of Spotify length. People don't want to hear this, but this is like 3.5 minutes or 4 minutes. You know, this is something that I aim for. You know, and especially with this XSYST, I just want to make things that work and that sound nice, and they also need to be experimental. So maybe I will make 12-minute track as well. It doesn't matter, but in this case, I just want to start out with something that is nice in general. Don't be too strange too early on, you know. So another thing that I did is I used the horn section. So by doing this, and also I used the piano, which you barely hear. But by using these layers in your track, it adds way more depth, and it sounds way more professional and way more finished when you do these things, you know, the organic stuff. If you mix organic with synthetic, it also gives a nice contrast, and I'm a big believer in contrasts when it comes to music. So always try to do opposite things in your music, and that's what makes it exciting, you know. Yeah, so this is nice, and I did this on the fly. I just wanted to make a short break, not too long. For example, if you have a hardstyle track, this can be twice as long, but I didn't want to do this. I also didn't want this usual build-up thing. I just want to have this minimalistic kick build-up. Yeah, so that's nice, and this reminds me as well to this early hardcore and millennium hardcore, also early hardstyle. Just that's why this genre, I think, is also very popular. It's not overproduced. Oh yeah, and by the way, this melody that I used another melody, a variation on this, which sounds like this. This also gives it a nice contrast, you know. So first it is this lower melody. So this melody is low and kind of sad, and then it kind of feels like it's fighting back, you know. Let me know what you think of this video, if I should do another one of this. I also have another track finished already, so that's what I also want to share later. But in this case, this is Someday of XSYST, my latest track. Make sure to give it a like. See you guys in the next video. Bye bye.